Who do we blame now? The U17 boys national team has their worst showing in the history of our national team at the U17 World Cup. The worst showing ever. They got spanked. They lost to the Netherlands 4-0. They tied Japan. Got lucky and tied Japan. And then we got smacked by Senegal. It's the worst goal differential we've ever had. What are we taking to the World Cup? We get excited about things, but there's no consistency. Here's what we're missing. Since we're not creative enough, we're not technical enough. We're more technical we've been in the past, but on the field they're just robots. They play a system, it doesn't work, and they can't problem solve. There's no timeouts in soccer, so we need players that can actually think out of the box. When the system fails, which all systems will fail eventually, you need players that can be creative enough to get out of those spaces. But they can't because they're part of what? U.S. Soccer, DA, Pay to Play, Dan Flynn, and the rest of those yahoos that are destroying this country. I get Dan Flynn's gone, but he was part of the problem. He got out. He saw the writing on the wall. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get out of here. This is a travesty of what we've done. We're in trouble. We've been in trouble. I mean, we don't. It's bad enough that we don't have enough good players, but we lost the most important thing we've ever had in the U.S. We lost grit. We lost effort. We lost the ability to fight. We have no American fight, and it scares me. This is what we got. If you look at the kids today, coming up into the DA system or whatever we consider the pool for the national team, it's a bunch of prima donnas, stuck up pieces of garbage. And not everybody, but majority. That's what we got. No discipline, no effort, no development through suffrage. I mean, there's something to do with suffering in such a way that you're a fighter and you overcome it. We need people that had a fight, but we're taking the fight out of everything. There's no competition in the U.S. There's a lot of fake competition to eliminate a bigger pool to hide. That's why we have multiple national titles. When I grew up, there was one national title, one state cup, one regional cup, and now there's 10? What the flip are we doing? There's no fight. There's no competition. It's a joke. So we need to change things. So I don't know. So who's to blame? I'm a blame. I'm gonna take full responsibility for the U.S. Soccer's complete travesty, destruction of what's going on. I'm going to fix it. I'm gonna do my part. So instead of just doing this podcast and complaining, I'm starting today. No joke. I'm going to start a point system league for the little ones in this academy. If you like this podcast, you can tune into my podcast 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. I'm available to you to entertain you about the wonderful world I live in with coaching soccer, just coaching in general. You can tune in. How I do this, it's free. Not only is it free, I get paid. So what are you waiting for? Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm today to get started. I run at Phoenix College. So it's called the Little Bears. So I'm going to do a point system league. We're starting it tonight. You get 1 point for every pass completed. 1 point for your team and for the individual. Then you get 5 points every time you you put the ball through someone's legs and maintain possession. You get 5 points. And 1 point for a goal. So I don't care for goals. But if you score, you get a point. If you get all your team in sequence, if everyone on your team, including the goalkeeper, touches the ball, you get 10 points. And then you can get 8 points on a goal on a one-touch finish. Excuse me, you get 8 points for an assist on a one-touch finish. The goal's still 1, but if it's a true assist on a one-touch finish, you get 8 points, if that makes sense. So that's how we're going to start. I've done it before, and I'm going to put a big emphasis of changing the game. I'm going to change the rules. So parents are screaming the right thing. Coaches are focused on the right thing. They're going to focus on development, and this is for the little ones. So little ones need to play. They need to take risk. No negative for losing it. Just points for keeping the ball, attacking with the ball, and scores will be at 180 to 162. And then we're gonna have individual champions, the ones that had the most passes, the most points, best player by position, and we're just gonna change the game. So I'm gonna do my part. I'm not going to wait for U.S. Soccer. I'm not going to stop complaining, but I'm at least complain and do something about it. So that's what I'm going to do. What are you going to do? That's what I'm going to do. So anyways, this is my message to you this day on this Monday. Change the game. Think out of the box. Don't wait for U.S. Soccer to do anything. Because U.S. Soccer, what do? They support pay to play. It's designed for that. The board, the ones that run U.S. Soccer are controlled and networked within pay to play. And majority of those coaches that are getting pay to play, they're coaches with accents. All they care about is how much money they can make as a full-time coach from another country. A lot of them aren't citizens of the U.S. They go to the pubs and celebrate their national team. They don't care if they develop kids into the U.S. system. Why would they? They care about winning on the weekend so they can make their money. That's it. There's no development. There's no thought process. But this is David Cameron, a true American who's going to try to fight, because I'm a fighter, to help fix this system. Not by doing anything other than create. I'm going to create a point system league and do my part. And maybe it'll spread. Who knows? But I'm going to control what I can control, which is my little area in Phoenix, Arizona. So this is Coach Cameron, going to save U.S. Soccer by not doing what they say and create my own thing, and hopefully develop some players for the future so I don't have to constantly hear and see the horrible, disgusting play by the players we're putting into the national team. People need to be fired. Kids need to be cut. We have to do drastic things. I mean, cut the whole U17 boys national team. Cut them all. Let them suffer. Say, you know what? You guys aren't good enough. Get out. What would be the worst thing about that? That they might experience pain? Let them experience pain. Maybe they'll fight and get back into the system, but ban them. Kick them out, all of them. They have to suffer to some degree, and if they can't handle the suffrage, we do not want them, because that's why they lose by 4. Because once they get scored on, they quit. We don't want that. We don't need that. We got to get rid of that. So, yeah. So we'll see how I do. I start tonight. I'm going to do the point system league, and I'm going to change U.S. Soccer according to how I know it. Peace out.